Hey everyone, I have received the question about genealogy a lot lately, and I wanted to make a quick video just to go over how to place people correctly in your downline. And so I'm using my second business center as an example just because there's less people over here, so it's easier to show you. Um, but basically, when you first sign up, actually, let me go to the bottom left to show you this example. When you first sign up as a coach, this is what your back office looks like. It just looks like you, this one lonely person right here, and there's nobody on your left and there's nobody on your right. But in order to be an Emerald coach, you need to place someone on your left and you need to place someone on your right. So eventually these get filled up. But then let's say that you come in and let's say you're Carly. Okay. Carly comes in and she looks in her back office and she has not signed anybody up yet, but she'll see that she's got Kelly on her left and then she has nobody on her right, but then she's got like this, little man here and this little man here and this little man here. Okay. So when she wants to put somebody on her left leg, she needs to come down here and put them on the bottom left outside leg. This is your outside leg. Think of it like you poured a glass of water down a mountain. It would only go this way, right? It would just go straight down the mountain. So you want to make sure that you put your coach where your volume is going to fall straight down to them. This inside leg, this just belongs to Kelly. Okay, so we don't ever want to build on somebody's inside leg. We always want to be putting them on the outside. So same rings true if I was to go to the bottom right. So now I look in here and we've got a few coaches everywhere and I'm putting a coach in and I want them to be on my right leg. I would say go to bottom right, and then I would click this person here, make sure that they're red like this, and that is where I would put them, on my right outside leg. So anytime you're placing somebody in your business and you want them in your left leg, you go way down to the bottom left and put them on the far left. And anytime you want somebody on your right leg, you go to the bottom of the right and you put them far over into the right leg. Now the reason why we do this is because let's just say that all right, let's just say that you accidentally put your personally sponsored coach on the inside leg of a discount coach instead of your leg. What that means is that when that person decides to build, that volume that you help put through their business to help them cycle and make cycle bonuses won't help them because your volume only is over here. So let's just say if I put Laura over here on Kate's inside leg. If I put her over here and I keep building over here, Laura is getting no help from me or the team because Kate isn't a builder. So Kate isn't going to be putting anybody over here. So there's no volume coming over here. That seems confusing. But you need to build in the right spots so that your coaches, shall they decide to build, do not get something called orphaned. And an orphan basically is somebody who's put on an inside leg of somebody else's by mistake. That person isn't building. And so therefore, everybody in that organization of that one person has to come from them and then the builders that they put there, which means it's a lot harder for them to start building volume in their business and to start cycling more often. Now, here's a great example too. So for instance, Jamie is on Jane's inside leg, right? But Jane has quit. So what that means is that if Jamie wants to start building over here, she's orphaned. She doesn't get help from a coach. Because when I build way down here on the left, and nobody is building on this inside leg right here to create volume for her. I hope that that makes sense. I know that genealogy can be confusing, but as a brand new coach, all you need to know is that if you're putting somebody on your left, they need to go to the very bottom to the left outside. And if you're putting them on the right, they need to go to the very bottom right outside. And if you're brand new, like I showed in the beginning, and your back office just looks like this, that's one person here and here, then don't worry about it. You can put one here and here. Your inside leg is your inside leg. So you want to start building this leg. Because what happens is that, for instance, let's just go to the top again. My second CBC, this is what this is in my left leg. So these people over here on my left leg, since I'm on the left leg, are put here by me, but they're also put here by people who are on my left leg of my first business center. So I have the team above me helping me build in this leg. Now this leg over here is my CBC, my second CBC. CBC stands for Coach Business Center. That's its inside leg. So I had to start building there, right, in order to go emerald, and then you have to go diamond. So what happens is that I can start putting people over here more often than over here because I have the power of the team to help build volume here. So I can focus on putting volume here so that I cycle more often. And as you can see in this particular business center this week, there's 1,000 points in volume over here on the left, and there's 800 over here on the right. And that's good. You want them sort of even like that. You'll notice that there's probably a big difference at the beginning, but that's because I have the power of the team helping me. So just make sure that you're placing people correctly. And again, when you place somebody, you want to make sure that you go to the spot that you want them and you actually click on them and say, would you like to change your preferred placement? And you say, okay. And that if that's red, that means where the next person is going. Now, I know there's different parts under the business tab where it says preferred placement. You don't want to go there, and you don't want to set preferred placement just as automatic because I can tell you that it will mess it up. You want to make sure that you come in, you go to my downline, you go to graphical genealogy, which leads you to the page that we're at right now, and then you go in there and you manually click on where you want that person to go. Now, what happens if somebody ends up somewhere where they're not supposed to be? Not a big deal. You have up to 72 hours to move that person to a new spot. And all you have to do is email coachrelations@teambeachbody.com in order to do so. Okay, guys, so I hope that helped you out. If you have any questions, let me know.